adventures never end. Dragon tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland. There's Ford, he's the biggest, not the brave of heart. There's Kathy, so shy, also very smart. There's Zack and Wheezy, these tales are fun, 'cause you know two heads are better than one. Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland.
Hello, welcome back to Deadfire. We did a bunch of plot last time. We did the big plot. Talked to Rosa. Oh, it's Dio. Hi, Dio. Okay, Rosa's still out there on camera. Dio, what's going on? Oh, I don't know if people heard that. I heard the meow. You want to lay with me? No, you don't want to lay in my lap? You gonna go up and behind the computer? Look out the window? Oh. What are you gonna do? Oh, there you go. Alright, you go up there. Yeah, we did a bunch of plot last time. We talked to Aethys. And then we talked to all the important people important non-god people. They're all like, what are we gonna do about Aethys? So now we have yeah. He's gone to Andra's Mortar to go to get to Okaizo, which we've heard lots about. And technically we can actually just go straight there right now, I believe, because we have the stuff. But the intention is, rather than getting stuff, you side with a faction and get the faction to help you through. So let's do that. The plan is to side with the Huana, because they are the native government. Okay, we can do that. I wonder if we just don't get to do this because we pissed off the aliens. That would suck. Also have some DLC we can go do. And we are like max level, so I'm guessing he doesn't have anything for us. There we go.
I say it is not every day that a ship pulls into port from Margaret's teeth. You are not too singed, I hope.
Oh, god darn it. Sorry, just a sec. This thing is messed up again. There we go. Aruahi looks you up and down, clearly impressed.
Our enemies scramble for Kaizo, dropping all pretense of strategy in their panic and haste.
Sighing, Aruahi gestures for you to speak freely. Oh, we don't have anything to say to him. We gotta go talk to the queen. We're too important to talk to, Aruahi. Needs to be shortcuts in some of these places. Where you have to go through a load screen just to get to another load screen. Oh. Such as this. Alright. Hello, queen.
Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magran's teeth.
The queen wears a furrow down her brow that looks fixed in place.
And Aothis marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say.
Say nothing.
If you have spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery.
Oh, yeah, I guess, do we want to take Takehyu? I just don't care about Takehyu. Wasn't it the capital of the old Huana Empire?
Akira, you have the right of it. Some of us would see its purpose restored. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars.
She blinks up at the sky, her gaze tracing an unseen shape.
At night, I even... but it is nothing.
She waves the matter aside as if brushing at a moth. Have you been dreaming of Ukaizo, Highness?
Akira, since I was a child.
Onakaze slowly exhales through her nose.
Do your dreams ever wake you in the dark of the night? To find yourself trembling and tangled in blankets soaked with sweat? Do you ever open your eyes feeling both fearful and sick?
Chody? I really need you to stop talking to people that are important. Blinking, Onakaze folds her arms and looks from Chody back to you. Like, Watcher, what the fuck? Why is this person here?
Curious company you keep, Watcher.
I'm sorry, Queen. I'm really sorry.
No? Just me then?
When I close my eyes, I stand before the gates of Ukaizo. There are always three. For what would there be three gates?
She furrows her brow and shakes her head, clearly a question she has asked herself many times before.
I do not say I am meant to go, but the gods. They want the Huana to return and reclaim what we lost.
I will say nothing.
For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo?
Onakaze shows her teeth. It's difficult to tell if she's smiling or grimacing.
If Ukaizo exists, even your own people doubt the legends. An ancient city greater than Neketaka, brimming with luminous Adra, and all built by the Huana thousands of years ago.
See, Palagina is, like, that's fine.
It is a good thing our ships are pushed by wind, not certainty. My people will grasp for the unknown if it means standing against yours. Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Ikuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe.
Isn't that... Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay.
The gods want this for us, I say. We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire.
Chuckling to herself, Maya shakes her head. Oh no, Maya.
You have thoughts, soldier?
Onakaze shoots her a withering look. I mean, she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything, Queen. She's keeping quiet.
Valia came here to make some coin. Rawatai followed to catch up with Valia. Now the Huana are scrambling to catch up to Rawatai.
I'm not sure that's what's happening, Maya. I love you, but
It'd be funny if it wasn't gonna get so many good people killed.
Anyone who stands in our way is a wave to be crested. Your superiors should know this already.
Onakaze flares her nostrils and nods.
So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo?
Onakaze eases forward on her throne and studies you, unblinking. Oh, okay, okay. So this is actually, I guess, maybe we didn't actually have any more quests to do. Maybe that was the last quest. So you can go, maybe you can go through all the quests. It's just, for each of them, it's just then you, or almost all the quests, okay. But, well, I would be honored to sail under your banner. I just am worried this is going to piss off Maya, but that's the plan.
Akira to Ukaizo
Yeah,
and the
she's...
prosperity of the Huana.
Onakaze inclines her head and raises her fingers to her brow.
The Huana are strong.
Oh, Maya wants to talk to us. That's right, I forgot.
Be still. I say that the gods have delivered us an advantage we sorely need. It is beyond time that we rid ourselves of the trading companies.
She closes her eyes and draws in breath, grateful to say the words aloud.
The Wahaki stand with us. With their howling warriors on our side, I say no foreign fighter will hold their ground. We have studied the chart of our ancestors, seen the Deadfire as they saw it. Matario Kozi will lead us home again. It used to be that the strength of the trading companies grew by the lengths of Enil's belly. Now they grow fast and unchecked, feeding off all they find. It is my responsibility to defang the serpent before it bites down on my neck.
As long as
I need
Maya's not
all the
upset.
help I can get. Before we go any further, your complicated
Oh no!
will need to be addressed.
She aims a hard look at Maya. Well, there's also Palagina. She's here too.
You're fixing to do something about the Royal Deadfire Company, aren't you?
Maya crosses her arms and sets her stance. Ishiza lets out an anxious squawk. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, obviously I kind of knew this was coming, but I just, oh no. Maybe I should have talked to Maya first. Is this a problem that I might have to reload and talk to her first and do her have that conversation before we have this conversation. I just didn't expect to be, I guess I should have said I'm not ready to make a commitment yet. Okay, we might be reloading. You could hardly talk considering what you've been doing here. I mean, this is like, this is very like throwing it back at her, but also I feel like she would totally choose Rawatai over me, unfortunately. Okay. Snapping her gaze over to you with a sharp look of suspicion, Onakaza lingers before turning her focus back to Maya.
Captain, this is the wrong time to get sanctimonious.
She moves her eyes suggestively in the direction of the Queen.
I wanted us to stand outside of this mess. Shoot me for being a dreamer.
She winces, glancing away.
I'm a soldier. If you pit my needs against the needs of Rawatai, I'll lose every time. I don't know what she's planning, but I won't stand by and watch you two spoil Rawatai's chance of improving our lot.
Oh no! Who's to say this will hurt Rawatai in the long run? They're resourceful.
That that doesn't solve the problem of me stabbing my country in the back. How do we get past this, Captain?
I need you to stay! I'm afraid of losing you.
You're awfully cute when it suits you. That's not a compliment. But Rawatai needs all hands on deck. And I won't just turn about on my career.
She folds her arms, squeezing her shoulders together. They have enough rifles and cannons to punch a hole in the Deadfire without you.
Well, sometimes it takes more than a punch to make a dent. You should know that already. If what I've told you about is any indication.
Queen squeezes her knuckles and studies you both very closely.
You were more than complicit in my activities, Captain. I seem to recall you handled yourself well enough.
Maya nods slowly. She regards you with fresh clarity. By her bearing, it's clear she's made a decision she doesn't like.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Maya squeezes her eyes shut and sighs. Oh
I knew
no!
this couldn't work. Knew I was fooling myself.
She rubs the corners of her eyes with 2 quick swipes of her thumbs.
I don't want anything to happen to you, Captain. I guess we're done with each other. Unless I happen to catch you in my sights.
I'll miss you! She opens her mouth to say something, but only a frustrated sound escapes. Maya lets out a heavy sigh and glances down at her bird.
Come along, Ishi. It's back to just you and me.
Why is Pelagina not a problem? She clicks her tongue and prepares to go, gaze lingering on you an extra moment. Then she turns about, marching away at a stiff pace.
Akira, the things that Rawatai does to us. What a hateful creature.
Anakaza watches Maya depart, all the while wearing a bemused smirk. I will say nothing.
Take your time to mourn what is gone, but stay focused on the task. I would rather speak freely than in the company of...
Oh, now it's Pelagina's turn. She turns to Pelagina across their arms.
Is every patriotic Valian a spy? I have hardly hidden my allegiance, Your Highness.
She continues facing the Queen, but shoots you a puzzled glance. The Queen probably just wants to discuss something she'd rather not have the company know.
Madiko, I am not an imbecile. I understand what she is asking and why. If this is something that will harm Valian interests, you need to think carefully about where your loyalties lie.
Fuck. Please leave us, Pelagina. Not permanently, just for right now.
You are walking down a dangerous road, Watcher. Tread carefully.
If we may continue, my guards apprehended a Valian agent prowling in the shadows of the Brass Citadel.
Well, that's the Rawatines area. Queen thumbs her chin and studies your reaction.
By his own admission, he was there to blow up Rawatai's black powder stores.
Alright, say nothing.
You must pick up where the
Oh,
Valian
Jesus
agent
fucking Christ. She holds her gaze, letting silence carry the weight of her words.
Whatever the Watcher thinks is best, I'll go along with it.
Say nothing.
Now you hesitate.
Anakaze crosses her arms.
After the powder house is destroyed, our prisoner's testimony will point the way to Director Castor. You must not fail me.
Her thoughts hit you with drum-like percussion.
You will have to infiltrate the powder stores east of the Brass Citadel docks. I leave it to you to live by the sword or walk by the shadows. Here, the agent's explosive.
I'll need to think about this.
While you think, the trading companies sharpen their blades.
Anakaze sighs, shaking her head.
If the crown has not earned your loyalty, then we have failed. Give us this chance to succeed. Do this great thing not for me, but for the people of Neketaka.
So you stopped the spy from blowing shit up, and now you're gonna blow it up and frame them for it. Why didn't you just let them blow it up in the first place? Okay, we're gonna try to have our talk with Maya and really hope there's a way out of this. I kind of feel like there might not be.
So, it's to be Ukaizo. The last great arena of this contest. If you believe that sort of thing.
Maya glances away, sniffing.
Planting a flag in the sands of Ukaizo is a great way to hang a target on your back.
Well, we set sail for Aothis, not an island.
Glad to hear that a practical opinion can still shout over the masses. I just want to know that we're doing this for the right reason. So far, I'm unconvinced. Until I see Ukaizo for myself, it's a bedtime story. Let the poets hang their hopes on a dream. Rawatai's navy should be better than this.
Sounds like you have personal reservations.
Ukaizo isn't a fortress in the path of shipping lanes. We don't even know if this mythical island has any defensive value.
Maya throws her arms up. Shiza dances back, with ruffled feathers and an irritated squawk.
When this campaign is spread across razor-thin margins, how does the company plan on sustaining a garrison half the world away in uncharted seas? All the powers imagine that Ukaizo is a symbol for control, and they're willing to bet everything that they're right.
What does Ukaizo mean to you?
Ukaizo has fooled everyone into sacrificing and compromising for the ultimate prize of what? Getting there first? Even if we succeed, not everyone's gonna make it back to sing the tale of lost Ukaizo.
Well, the trading companies can bicker for territory. We have work to do.
Couldn't be prouder to be a part of it, Captain. Thanks for letting me squawk in your ear like a Shiza after too much shark meat. I needed that.
Maya sighs and cracks her neck with both hands.
Go on then.
That's not what she wanted to talk about, right? I'm trying to remember what she said at the end of last time. Did we need to go somewhere? I think we might have... I think she wants us to go to the Breast Citadel, actually. I think. Oh, boy. And I wonder if... I should have been pushing her harder about the stuff she was doing previously.
How did it go?
About the assassin stuff, where I was kind of treading gently because I didn't want to make her mad, and I was still trying to become friends with her. And now I might have fucked myself by being too polite, because now she isn't ready to break away. Man. Oh no, this is right. Okay, so we need to go. We need to go to a couple of places. We need to go to Queensbirth. We also need to go to... Let's go to Queensbirth first. Then we need to go to the Breast Citadel. Please don't leave me, Maya. I mean, maybe I could just not have Maya there when I accept the quest. Just, like, take her out of the party momentarily. I don't know. Obviously, we're going to have a conversation at some point. You receive a letter bearing the seal of the Valiant Trading Company. Oh! Finally! Flown Alet's crabbed handwriting makes much of the missive difficult to read. Watcher, hope this message finds you in good health. Made our adjustments to the machines, ready to make another attempt at transportation. Please, make your way to the spire as soon as you're able. I believe we have it this time. Your partner in discovery, Flauna Aletta. Well, that's interesting. We'll deal with that in a bit.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you?
Got some material for your book.
Wow. I've always wondered what was over there. I made a list. Fire giants, giant fire ants, fire snakes wasn't on there. Wait. This means you've done it. You've really done it. Oh, I could kiss you.
Calm down, buddy.
This is going to put both our names in the history books. I am sure of it.
Never fear. It's the unseen deeds that matter most.
No, it's reassuringly. What?
I'm nearly done putting everything together. Come back later and I'll give you the very first copy of the Explorer's Guide to the Deadfire.
Sansa claps his hands together, all but dancing in place. Well, he gave us a drink. So what did we just completed that.
The Great Explorer Return. Here. Your
Oh.
very own copy of
Okay, we just talked to him again. Being an account of the great Captain Victoria's adventures in the most distant perilous isles is recounted by that same captain to the author, Sansa of Yagippe.
How might I assist you?
Alright, we did it. Completed that side quest. Chain. Let's go to the Brass Citadel. I think that's where she wanted us to go. I really don't remember.
You were saying?
What did you want to...
Speak your mind, Captain.
God damn it, I don't remember what she said. Let me look for a second. Try and find. Are you not gonna... Well, it doesn't... It's not actually good explanations. But also, I think it may not be possible.
Huh?
Hi, Dio. I see your face there. You're very cute.
Sure.
Hello.
So, Ukaizo's real, and your glowing friend is headed there.
Hazanui is pacing when you enter, chomping at the bit of her pipe.
We've got to move quick.
She stops pacing, but she keeps glancing out the window as if expecting to see Aethys himself. What do you mean?
Our engineers believe there's something unnatural about the storms of Andra's mortar, and the ones that have made Rawatai a rain-lashed rock. If Ukaizo really exists, it could be the key to understanding them and stopping them. Just as you saw at Poko Kahara. The Ingwithans were masters of engineering, and with the knowledge of Ukaizo, we could surpass them.
She watches you through her eyes as bright as embers. A cool draft moves the room, but a feverish slick sheen of sweat glazes her forehead. Ukaizo was originally the Huana capital.
You think they could have achieved this?
She snorts a stream of smoke.
Where have you seen anything this ambitious among their works? The Ingwithans, on the other hand, left monuments to their greatness around the world.
Last time you underestimated the Huana, you lost the Tenets of Iron.
We won the Battle of Nakaro Atoll. The sinking of our ship was a child's tantrum.
Her face darkens.
They build nothing in these glorious islands, and they resent us when we do. Does Rawatai not also deserve the chance to flourish?
Just don't trample the Huana in your rush for Ukaizo. So that's your goal, to reach Ukaizo and tame the storms.
We could truly transform Rawatai. No more flooded cities. No more harvests washed from the fields.
She takes a draw on her pipe. There's a pensive but focused quality to her gaze, as though she could see this bright future in the rising smoke. If Aethys destroys the machine of reincarnation, bad weather will be the least of your problems.
That's why I'm counting on you to deal with him. I can help you reach Aethys. But first, I must prepare for the world we'll all live in after you confront him.
She looks out the window as being assessing the lands beyond it.
Okaya's engineers are working on something that will get us to Ukaizo. But a final matter remains before we can deploy it.
She watches you carefully.
You've been invaluable to us, so I hope you won't balk at what I have to ask for next. I want your help with the final operation, but you should know that it will likely turn the other powers against you. I must have your unconditional support before I can disclose the details. And once I do, there will be no turning back.
She clasps her hands and fixes you with an unblinking gaze, even the smoke hanging in the air seems to be frozen in place, awaiting your answer. I need to think about this.
Think well, but do not think long.
I was just hoping to get Maya to talk to me.
I'm relieved Giacomo as well. I know he means a lot to you.
He was the first person in my life to care for me as a person, not just a godlike.
Yet even he recognizes the dangers his work presents.
Better him than one who does not recognize the danger, Diverus.
I admire you, Shoti, for holding to your beliefs even against the wishes of your superiors.
You really mean that? Because I thought you didn't much like me.
I mean it. It took me entirely too long to learn to do the same.
I really want him to say, "Oh, I don't. I just think that particular aspect is admirable." Oh God. Oh, this is the wrong place. I need to go to the sacred stair. Whoops. Which is actually much closer. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see, where is it? I think it might actually be this thing. Yeah. It's so bright outside.
Excellent timing. We're getting consistent readings, and I believe we're ready to try again. That is, if you're up for it.
Fauna does a poor job of hiding her anticipation. She bounces slightly on her heels. You're really sure it'll work this time.
Clinging to certainty is a novice's mistake. We keep open minds here. But seriously, I think we're on to something.
She gives you an encouraging grin.
It's just the same as before. You focus on the Adra pillar, the machine gives you a boost.
Alright, I'm ready.
Great, to work everyone. Let's get this underway. And you, just relax, but also be sure to concentrate very carefully. Look for the next Adra pillar. Once you have the connection, just step through.
Once again, you feel the essence in the Adra, like a physical thing beside you. This time, however, the cord of energy that tugs at you is insistent, but manageable, and through it you can feel what Flana was describing, a connection running through the tower and beyond, where it splits in all directions. Color leaches from the world around you as you drift into the in-between. Into the between. You feel the connection draw taut like a pulled rope, and then pull. Somehow, I'm gonna guess that it went wrong again.
Tell me this is the last time we trust these animancers.
Well, to be fair, it did take us to a pillar. Just not the right pillar. Like, last time we ended up in some fucking hell dimension. It seems to have actually teleported us. So...
Careful.
Oh.
Look.
Oh, he's going for us. There we go. Oh, okay, well, we might as well just kill him. Wow. Bugger's got more health than I would have expected.
Can't get a clean hit.
That's not supposed to.
You were saying?
Whoops. You're supposed to be doing the thing, and I interrupted you by accident. That's fine.
It is no use. I cannot. Arthek Worthen Roth.
Tell me.
Mary Publicis. Take him down.
Tell me.
How's there another one? Oh, I guess maybe he went invisible. He's a rogue.
Okay.
Ew.
Tell me.
Will do.
There's an empty socket in this panel, as if something were removed.
Quiet time.
So we came in here. Oh boy. Wow, look at that. And there's a door through it. Bone Setter's Torque grants Sawbones plus 10% healing done, 5% of hits converted to crits. Immune to injury afflictions. Reduce injuries. Okay. That's cool. Do you have a neck item? Is that your neck? That's your neck item, okay. And I have that. Alright, so.
Tell me at once.
This just a, what? A well-built drainage canal load has seen better days, okay. Oh, I clicked that and then it made the noise, but nothing happened. Oh, there's the lever. Oh yeah, these aren't showing up for some reason. I don't know why these aren't showing up. Ready glass bottles and shiny baubles. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So let's try and check out where this goes. Oh. Okay. Fair enough.
Steady does.
Oh boy. Hi Dio, how you doing? Okay, there's a way out.
Can't hide from me.
Bunch of those guys.
Can't hide from me.
Bunch more of those guys. Oh my. An Etten. Oh, an Etten. Hi.
But no music. This one stopped screaming. Only
Oh,
until
hey.
he's on the spit. Patience.
Better rescue that guy. I suppose. Let's not hit that guy. Let's not hit the NPC. What do we normally do? I guess we normally do this. 42 to 56. Hi, Elvek. It is always with the Zarups. There's a lot of Zarups. Actually, I don't know how many we've seen this game, but less than in the first game, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, this does take longer, so that's good. We can just do this. Let's not get... Oh, good. He's considered an ally, so that's fine. What are you doing? Stay back here, please. Always with the range limitations.
I reap what I sow.
I need to try something else. Take him down.
That was about as useful as a bump on a...
First of all, murder this guy. Second of all, you go deal with this.
Let's go.
No good. Smart, Stony.
There we go. Oh, hi.
Take him down.
Might as well be hitting the water.
Fucking rogues.
Please cut me loose.
Yeah, I'll get to you.
Don't leave me here.
Oh, there's a key. Oh, and they have a bunch of meat on them. Of course they do. Like human meat.
Tell me. My pleasure, amica.
Ooh, Acolyte's Frostbite. Grants Solitude. One concentration every 6 seconds when 4 meters away from, further away from the nearest ally. Okay. Large decaying heart stuffed with straws mounted on the wall as a grisly trophy. Great. Its flesh and charred limbs started to ripen in the tropical heat. Lovely.
I am ready at once.
At a glance, you take this man to be one of the Juana. His face crumples as you approach, and he sags in his bindings, murmuring repeated oaths of gratitude.
Please help me. I do not know how it is you came by this place, but please, you must save us. Those animals ate him. My friend. I could only watch.
Hangs his head, shuddering.
Riku who takes his life and spares mine. Please, let me free. I cannot stay here any longer.
Well, all in time.
Ikira, you have my thanks once again.
The man rubs his chafed wrists.
You are one of those from Rawatai? Perhaps they speak true then when they say they can protect us.
No, they don't. They're gonna conquer you.
They took someone else. Badima. She must still be in the cages to the southeast. These creatures must have a key somewhere. Please help her. I think I will be sick. May Nakati guide you to calm waters.
He staggers to the entrance.
It will be a hard journey back to the city.
Okay, I do want to know where we are, though. Like, how did you get here?
Sure.
Alright, I guess pick up the key now. Because I don't know where we are. Ends lair. Is it? Oh, it's down here.
See what I can find.
Okay. Oh, it's caved in. Oh, no, it's not caved in. Alright. It's weird.
The shadow comes to muddy the light.
Where is...
Foes ahead.
There they are. Maybe we'll just do this. Sure, this too.
All thick than raw.
Did I hit someone with... I hit a loth with my tornado. Whoops. Whoops.
Glory be to God.
Senderi, I cannot.
No, Palgina, you don't shoot the pile of gunpowder. Thank you.
At once.
Superb Zorb staff. Smashed crates, broken chests, raise other discarded items.
Ought to be a sin. I've done it good and well.
Call it to greater reliability. Oh, that comes up here. Oh, I just could have gone around this way. Whoops. Didn't realize. Anyway, the cages are in here, and there's someone back there that didn't notice the fight. At least one. Hello.
What's on your mind, cutie?
Let's go. Still got it. That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
You were saying, Captain?
Nice.
Let's go.
Okay. A few chunks of unidentifiable meat lie in a foul-smelling slurry at the bottom of this bucket. Ugh. Can you talk to her? Standing within the cage is a Wana woman, clad in bedraggled clothing and covered in numerous scrapes and scratches. She clutches at the bars as you approach. Apparently she doesn't have a voice. You must help us. Those things have already come to take away my companions. I dealt with the Etna. I have the key right here. And you've truly done it. Did not think it possible. Why? What? This is so weird. They just completely missed a character. One of them made it. He's waiting for you outside. God he preserve you. I owe you much. I've lost enough today. She wipes her forearm across her bow. I have no goods to give you in thanks, for they were stolen from us, but you're welcome to what you find. I have to be rid of this place and quickly.
What's on your... Give me the order.
Alright, so where are we? How? My dearest watcher, God with an agenda tends to put things in perspective. Now more than ever, it is imperative that we commandeer the floating hangman, if only to we chase Aothis to Kaizo. Call the meeting of the Conspaglo Mescaisitas. Please sail the dungeon to join us swiftly as the winds will bring you. I mean, I would love the opportunity to get rid of him and replace her with the eldest, so maybe we can do that still, even if we don't actually side with the pirates. To the west of Negataka, rolling verdant plains stretch towards the mountains. Spiked plants with bright flowers punctuate the emerald green, tall grass. The occasional tree dots the landscape, broad foliage casting shade like a parasol. You crest a rise to see a group of reptilian figures roughly 100 feet down the hill. Hunched atop a broad, flat stone, the Zorbs chirp and squatch. Sneak closer to him. I still don't have a spyglass after all this time. We could sneak closer and have Palagina fail again, which is always entertaining, but I think we'll just approach openly this time. You advance toward the gathering, and the Zorbs squeal and chirp at your approach, several ready spears and bows. The Wilder exchange glances with one another as if unsure whether or not they should attack. Let's do diplomacy. Easy there, we mean you no harm. What? Oh, 13 versus 12? Fuck. So close. The Storps chatter angrily at you, thrusting their spears in your direction as if to ward you off. Well, if I was a ranger, why that? I don't like that. They're not. I mean, I don't like the existence of Wilder as this category in general. But it's one of those things from D&D I really wish that they would have gotten rid of and said this is not actually an important part of D&D enough to keep because it's bad. Let's impress them with some sleight of hand. You've never seen a less impressed Wilder. One shakes its head, resting a disappointed palm on its snout. Another sits down and critiquing its head in its hands. Zorp silently watch you back away. Once you're well away, they begin shooting amongst themselves. A few turn back to their games, but others take watch positions around the periphery of the walk. You leave the Wilder behind. Thing is, I think we have to... Oh, no, we don't have to go through that way. Okay. We just sort of made a circle around them. Okay, that's fine. It's not like I need experience. What is this place? No small pavilion. Okay. Search the surrounding area. Locals like the statue surrounding the area is clean and maintained. Locals like to visit the shrine frequently and to keep it that way. You look around but you don't see anyone nearby. The statue bears the shape of a nude woman in the head with the head of a monstrous fish. It portrays Ngati, the Juana's rendition of Andra. The inscription runs along the shrine's base. The surf smooths stones, but it also crushes them into sand. Let's meditate on your travails and rest. So apparently, yeah, we're just in Nekataka. is kind of weird, but I guess that's... I mean, that solves the question of how we would get back without a boat. Oh, CPTO. You're so cute. And Rose is just zonked out there on the couch. What? Excuse me? What? Okay. Elgina, go kill them. The rest of us kill them. Blind her. Well, that was...
You were saying?
Uh-oh. Animatsu's Energy Blade? Holy shit. Deals raw damage and attacks more quickly than a standard blade. Wow. It is a fucking lightsaber. It's straight up a lightsaber. And it's a saber too! It's specific. Alright, that's cute. The fact that it's actually a saber and shaped like a, you know, a saber. Oh no. Oh wait, that's their robot. Oh no, they killed the robot. Oh, okay. So, Palgina, go over here, deal with these guys. The rest of us that aren't Palgina, kill that guy first, probably. Probably start with the wizard. Oh, you don't have vision, which is a problem. Alright, so we blinded the wizard. Let us also blind the druid.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Wait, everyone who's not Palgina needs to get the fuck out. Okay, kill the wizard. Oh, I'm kind of stuck, which is not great. I'm sure this will be fine. Why am I within the red regardless? I should be in the... Okay, the way that AoEs work in this game is... targeting is weird on stairs. Oh, that druid got... like... shapeshifted. Also, that... What is going on with this guy? Why is he... or she, like, gold? I have no idea why this... I don't know what that was happening there.
No, this job was rotten.
Turns his face with some difficulty towards Maya.
We did what you asked.
Rautines. Beside you, Maya's brow wrinkles with confusion. Dawning realization flattens her expression. She moves to crouch beside the dying man. The final shuddering gasp, the man lies still. Beneath the bloodied surface of his body, the essence of his spirit flutters free of him. Muttered clatter draws her attention to the nearby chest. Is there someone in the chest?
Madiko, I thought I was done for. These monstrous brutes. Look at what they have done. They've destroyed all we have worked toward.
Dio, what are you doing? You got out of the way. Well, she wasn't in there. Who was in there? I'm not actually sure. Looks like the Royal Deadfire Company isn't happy with your progress. We don't need to tell them that. We'll just say you're welcome.
Agrasima, Watcher. I owe you my life. Do not think I forgot. I'm still shaking. This is a bold move, even for the Royal Deadfire Company. They are losing patience. And look at our machines. We'll clean up here. See to the wounded. You'd best get over to the offices. Let them know what happened.
Maya jostles your shoulder as you make to leave, her voice lowered to a discreet murmur.
One way or another, this is only going to get worse. Worth thinking about.
Well, what am I supposed to do with that, Maya? What do you want me to do? Are you suggesting that, like, it's only going to end when someone wins? Because that's not how this works. Okay.
Oh? I've got it.
Let's look at the Weather Mage Grimoire. Oh, shit. Oh, that's cool. Some Rock-On Field Boots. No quarter. Teleport attack to target, unleash the blast of fury at the point of impact, possibly knocking down foes in the area. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if anyone... Does Palgina have boots? I think she does. She does have boots, which gives granted her leap. So this is like a better version of leap. So...
A fine prize to be certain.
I don't know that she's ever really used it, but, you know, she could. You don't have anything else to say, right?
All still shaken. But it could have been a far greater loss without your help. What can I do for you?
Also, you didn't even ask if it worked. I mean, I assume you know that it didn't, but... Like, what happened to us? Where'd we go? I guess it doesn't really matter because they lost all their equipment, but you'd think they would still want to know.
So the pirates took us for merchants and fell right into our trap.
That sure sounds... The first time Uncle Angbert trained me with a lantern, I set a whole row of merkberry stalks on fire.
You didn't.
I did. The whole house came running and hollering. You should have seen my grandma beating at the stalks with a shovel. Of course, she came after me next.
Not so much grows in Raotai. With a little luck, I'll have a farm story of my own someday.
Huh! Maya actually likes Jody. Well, technically a lot does too, which is very silly. Maya. I mean, Maya is only one with me rather than two. I don't know why these guys are one. I guess I just haven't had that much opportunity with them. I don't think there's an annoying thing that I still can't scroll this and see, but I don't think there's actually a lot of negatives with Loth. Yeah, there's just not very much with Adair. Adair loves me though. Oh boy. Still really sad about that conversation at the beginning and how we're gonna have to go through it again. And I don't think there's actually another way for it to go. This is not Director Castle, right? No, this is the governor. I don't really know what the governor is versus the director. Ooh.
Watcher, at last, someone who can answer my questions. They're saying there was an attack at the Spire. I fear I'd sent you to your death. None of the Huana guards will tell us a thing, and Flaunay's message is illegible. What happened?
Well, the good news is I ended up somewhere in the physical world this time. The bad news is that some mercenaries tried to kill us all.
Mercenaries? Madico. I did not think these experiments would draw so much interest. I'm glad you're in one piece, Watcher. I'll have the details out to Flaunay, I think. You've more than earned your reward. And my trust. Oh, and perhaps you'd consider stopping by Alvari's office. I believe she'll want some assurances as to the state of the Spire.
Well...
Watcher, what can...
How may I shall?
Hello.
I can't decide if the gods must love or hate you, Watcher. Perhaps both.
Yes.
Volcanoes, giant waves. Mel, I've had my fill of this island. It involves no divinities, but I do have some news for you as well.
Excuse me?
I have decided to take action with regards to Castle's incompetence. I have called together a meeting of the Songreta Mea Compressa. Our esteemed investors have come to hear Director Castle's excuses for squandering their fortunes.
Alvari smooths the front of her coat and plucks lint from her sleeve.
You've witnessed Castle's mistakes personally, and you know what is at stake for us with Ukaizo. The council we want to hear from you, the Canton of Chase in particular.
Have I met them? She raises her eyes to meet yours.
The company needs new leadership. Leadership that can make effective use of its most important allies. Let us start here, striking a fine impression before the wealthiest men and women in Eora.
Well, I'll tell them the truth.
Will you? When you and the truth are on such poor terms.
Whoa! Wow! That was out of nowhere! Burn!
You will attend the trial, I hope. Your testimony is a vital part of the proceedings.
What was that about? I have a reputation of being completely honest. What does she think that I'm a liar about? I guess I also have a reputation for being shady. Somehow. Both of those things. Let's get this over with.
Indeed. Come then. I'll send for our esteemed guests. Meet us upstairs when you are ready.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Hmm. Wow, look at all these guys. You guys don't have a better room for this? Director Castle's office is nearly unrecognizable through the milling crush of bodies. The chamber is suffocatingly warm. Don't they literally have a boardroom with a big table? Would that not be better for this? Several of the occupants jostle for a place besides the window. Only one of them is in front of a window. 201, the people around her are dressed in rich fabrics, or else the occasional piece of armor. Few of them look especially pleased to be here. Despite the cacophony that greets you when you arrive, a quiet descends swiftly upon the room, and upon the barest hand gesture from the man now standing behind the desk. The Canta Nichese's gaze sweeps across the room, eventually settling on you.
I see you have wasted little time in involving yourself, lady.
Around him, several of the onlookers crane their necks to see who the Canta is addressing.
Director Castal, Governor Alvari, you are both here?
Indeed, Your Excellency.
Castal's face is splotchy and damp with sweat. He looks as if he may be ill.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Alvari wears a restrained smile.
And this is to be your witness?
A moment, Nero. Is that not Pelagina Mesrai? Have we brought one exile to welcome the other?
The jeering question kicks off a smattering of light laughter around the room.
Ducremasi, maestras and mestres. I am here to assist in these proceedings.
Oops.
nothing more.
Thank you. Sorry.
Most esteemed guests, this is the Watcher of Cadnua.
We were sorry to hear of Cadnui's fall, lady. How interesting to find you here. You have my sympathies.
Ah! Oh, I'm glad we got someone else with Chody's accent again. Or something close to it. Look at that. She's an elf with giant bangle earrings. And like, oh, that's good. The Erla of Norwek. I have no idea how to say that. Thank you.
I have several connections in the White March. I have always wanted to meet the woman behind the stories.
Yeah, I get around.
Let us begin, if the clerks will attend the roll. Albina Carnetto, Duke Remasi Storanzo Miscelona, the Archmage.
Devils take your role, Nero. This isn't the Songretta Ducala.
Who's the Archmage? Which Archmage is an investor in the Valiant Trading Company? I want to know.
Wouldn't be a Valiant hearing if someone wasn't feeling combative.
Have you been to a lot of Valiant hearings, Maya?
They may not be violent, but these fine people are all ruthless in their own way. The roads they took to reach this room are littered with their enemies.
If this goes badly, at least there's enough wealth in this room to cover our funeral expenses several times over.
I don't think it's going to go badly for us. A lot leans close, murmuring to you.
Very well. Then let me extend my sincerest thanks to our shareholders in attendance.
I will wait politely.
In deference to present company, we will proceed in adherence. Director Castor, you stand accused of nothing less than gross incompetence, mismanaging of resources, willful deceit, grave charges all.
A little murmur starts up around you as the crowd reacts.
We have examined the evidence available to us. The numbers are not in your favor, Director. But you will have the opportunity to explain yourself.
So they're calling me as a witness, and the thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna remember any of this shit. I'm just gonna be like, maybe. I don't know.
Now, Alvari,
I mean, I know I blew up the thing that they wanted to save. That's one thing, but
Agrasima, Your Excellency. Esteemed Council, I bear Maestro Castle no ill will. We have always treated one another with great respect, but his time is past. I put it plain. The company is bleeding resources. We have identified numerous sources of Adra, and yet, how much of it ever reaches the Republics? The expedition to Pokakahara was but the latest failure. Trained workers and supplies gone, and for nothing.
I'll say nothing.
The loss of the expedition was out of my hands. In any enterprise, there is risk.
some risk, Castor. The question is whether you have overreached.
I have more, Your Excellency. Your coin, lords and ladies. Where has it gone all this while? Not to mines and industry, no. The director has spent the bulk of it on frivolous experiments.
That is absurd. Animancy research has gotten us where we are today.
Precisely.
Oh!
Enough, Alvari. Watcher, you have had some involvement in these experiments. Do you have anything to add?
I mean, the research is promising, that's true. The experiment also nearly killed me is true. It definitely didn't work. Animancy will not be your downfall. The experiments, I mean, I guess they could help you reach a Kaiser, but not soon. The research is promising. You could master the world with power like that. I mean, I guess that's true. But also it all just got destroyed.
Coin has done well enough for us already.
Oh, I don't need anything more than money, honey.
It truly works. You mean to say that the Animancers have learned how to transport people?
Principal Tarvisi leans forward in his chair, working you intently. They're very close. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't actually work yet. And that they don't go to where they're trying to do, but they did send me somewhere. They're very close.
Close. So it does not work.
You hear a few dismissive laughs. A quiet wave of grumbling rolls across the chamber.
We have heard much of a Kaiser in recent days. I wonder, Director Castor, just what are your plans for the favored city?
Nero taps his quill against the desk in steady beats, looking on calmly.
Kaizo holds an enormous quantity of a luminous Adra. Our research has already yielded results. If we can establish an outpost there, then...
Kestel scarcely started his sentence when a handful of the gathered investors start to jeer at him.
If we take this opportunity, we can accomplish far more than we initially believed. I could make you rich, lords and ladies, beyond your wildest dreams.
I think they're already rich.
You may be rich in a century or two. Have you that long to wait? Some of you perhaps, but all? Dreams are all Castle has to offer. We have scores of Adra sites mapped to detail. Why not focus our efforts there? Castle risks your fortune on illusions.
That is true. We have mapped these deposits for years. The closer we travel to Andra's mortar, the denser the deposits. Even Alvari knows this.
I'm going to continue saying nothing unless I'm directly addressed. This has been my general strategy throughout this game.
Even if there is Adra past the mortar, let us grind down the whole of it and be done with the place. Or will the Songreta war against the natives and sea monsters for the next 100 years?
We have heard a great deal this day. Alvari, have you any final arguments?
Only this. That Director Castle has betrayed his nation and our
Oh.
trust by allying himself with a Principe captain by the name of Furanti.
Oh shit. Hi, Darman. Darman says, "Well, you are the Watcher after all." That's true. Yeah, I'm just watching.
A Principe captain? You have evidence of this, Alvari? The word of a witness?
Nero looks to you, eyes narrowing thoughtfully. Castle was trying to skirt Juana law and wring some profit from the slave trade. That's true. Which is funny, because the Principe also forbid slavery. They were both betraying their laws. All the laws.
You cannot bring a Zadra, so you ply an older trade, Castol.
That isn't.
Or is it that you were trying to line your own pockets, Castol? Daring. More daring than I would have suspected.
Yeah, fuck slavers.
No, my lord. I swear it.
Castle wipes his brow with a sleeve.
I think we have heard enough. Any final words?
My lords, ladies, our enemies will make for Ukaizo in short order. The Valiant Trading Company must be ready. It needs decisive, effective leadership, now more than ever.
Aren't you just saying that Ukaizo is like a boondoggle?
With the Watcher's aid, we have the opportunity to claim an overwhelming victory. One that will carry us all into the history books.
I didn't say I was helping you.
Assuming she means to help us.
We will see, won't we?
You have heard all the accusations against you. Castal, any final words?
Everything I do to help the company. You know this. 2 years ago, you entrusted me to establish the Luminous Adra trade. I will continue to serve you, dutifully, and to my best ability.
He's only been doing this 2 years? Wow, he failed really fast.
I know now that Alvari has hungered after my position for years, just as she will hunt after yours if you allow her to rise. She would cast Margaret off her throne if she could.
I mean, yeah, isn't that true of anyone in the company? You're all ambitious, greedy fucks. Besides you, Alvari smiles. I will wait silently. I don't give a shit.
It is time. Let us put the matter of Castal's
I mean, I mean, in that Castle allied with slavers, that's worse than probably what most of the company would do, but... Hands go up almost at once. It takes only a glance to see the vote overwhelmingly favors the motion. Alvari nods once, perhaps to herself, and closes her eyes. Seeing the outcome of the vote, Castle loses a strangled, breathless cry of dismay as if wounded.
We gave you a chance, Castal. We made it clear what defiance would cost. You have squandered that opportunity. Perhaps you will have better luck.
Oh shit!
Ignato Castal, I hereby pronounce you banished. Exiled from the Valiant Trading Company of the Valiant Republics by order of the Songreta Mea Compressa.
Why do they have to exile him? Wouldn't they... And the Valiant Republics? Wouldn't they just fucking fire him? Jesus! Don't send him to the Living Lands. That's literally like a death sentence for him.
Wait! You, Percamplanca! Don't do this! Mercy!
I believe that brings this meeting to a close. Agrasima Watcher.
Alvari wears a small, restrained smile. She watches the gathered nobility disperse. She looks at you as you approach, raising one arched eyebrow.
Let us speak once the room clears, Watcher. I think we have much to talk about.
I don't really think we have a lot to talk about.
Look at me. I am still sweating.
She stands beside the director's desk, looking down at her hand. She curls her fingers into a fist, then uncurls them slowly, and smiles.
You did well. Ah, very well. A perfect witness. Impartial.
There's a sly caster smile as she looks up at you. She plucks a coin purse from the desk. Yeah, I mean,
together in this. Let us seal the pact in coin.
I didn't. I don't like that, but I'll take your money.
Singular purpose and ensure the prosperity of the republics. Trade, coin, civilization, Aimika. That is what we give them with Ukaizo. And for us, our rightful place in the world. There is but one final distraction that must be seen to. A final obstacle.
Alvari lowers her gaze, solemn.
The Royal Deadfire Company. They will not stand idly by as we lay our claim. It is time to do something about that.
I mean, the Wana won't either.
I'm afraid that means your large friend here has more than overstayed her welcome.
And I have no plan on serving aboard a ship that betrays the cause.
Misa folds her arms and glances at you. Maya, don't remind me.
Captain,
Maya quickly turns her gaze away.
I'm a soldier. If you pit my needs against the needs of Rauatai, I'll
What?
lose every time.
I didn't agree to help. I haven't agreed to help Valia. I'm not helping them. Well, you mean too much to me.
You did too.
Maya catches herself and raises a shaking hand to her mouth.
You do, too, Captain. But how do we get past this, Captain?
What? I'm not trying to help them. I didn't say I was going to help them. Am I going to have to reload here just because this, like, what? I need you to stay.
You're awfully cute, but Rauatai needs all hands on deck. And I won't just... You were more than complicit in my... I knew this. I guess we're done with each other. Unless I happen to catch you in my sights.
I won't do this.
Careful. Consider that we are talking about more than my own ambitions. You are poised to make a fortune, to leave your mark upon the Deadfire for centuries. And should you find the doubts begin to weigh upon your conscience, remember, you have nothing on us. I am the best friend you have left.
Maya's too important to me. Blinking at you, a slow and disbelieving smile spreads across. Sorry that I skipped all the dialogue. We went through it before when we were talking to the Hana.
Well, so be it.
Alvari shrugs untroubled and turns back to her papers.
The trading company has no further need of you, Watcher.
I'm here.
So I can just kill them all. It's like, what if I steal and then aggro them, which would be funny, but we won't do that. As tempting as it is. That would solve the problem of just go kill the Valians and the Rautaians. Let's go talk to the Principe. Which means bringing Seraphim. I don't know if it's actually faster to just like go over here. Probably is actually. That was weird. The other ones all like had a very clear like you are making a commitment, and she just went into like assuming that I was with her, and I was like, I didn't agree to this. Like, I didn't say I was gonna help you at all. Sorry. Just leave by sea. It takes an hour for us to walk across that screen. I mean, like, it's not weird that her dialogue treats us as we're going to go. It's weird that we immediately go into the dialogue where we don't have the option to be like, no, I'm not. I never said I was going to help you. I'm not helping you. I just got you. I just testified at your trial for you. That's all. Is Rosa still there? Oh, she is. It's just got dark. As you ready your ship, a cloaked figure mounts your gangplank and roughly forces a burned book in your hands. They turn and depart without a word. This is hilarious. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, they recently released the 5.0 patch, which is supposed to be the last patch for this game, on the, like, year anniversary of it coming out. And, one of the things they added was, because one of the criticisms of this game was the relationship between the faction story of all the people. What was that? Yes, Dio. And the god story about Aethys and the gods. People felt like it wasn't connected enough, and it didn't. Like, it clearly there is a lot of, I mean, and I feel like it's been fine, but where the stakes of what they're trying to do, I guess, was maybe not. I don't know. People felt like there wasn't enough. And so one of the things they did was, in the patch, they said that they added this event, which happens the first time you leave Nekataka in the game. So at the beginning of the game, where this guy gives you this book, and this book has a thing where you can talk to Wodika, the exiled queen, who's God, and she, like, comments on things as you go through the story. It basically kind of gives you more. And they actually brought the actress back who plays Wodika to do additional dialogue where she, like, talks about stuff and kind of gives more context to main quests and faction quests and stuff, I guess. But that's really funny that we got it now at the end of the game, because, obviously we didn't, that's where we are in the game when we got the patch. Finding this tome reeks of smoke. A few pages remain are crinkled and black. Based on the few chapter headings that survived the fire damage, this might have been an antiquated book of laws. Now it's nothing more than a charred relic of authority.
You crack the spine of the old book, revealing
Oh, they got the
blank
narrator back
pages
too.
of dense, illegible text. The words recede into the shadows the longer you focus on them. Suddenly, the page widens to eclipse the world around you. A dark void stretches out on all sides. The air full of choking fumes that carry dying embers and curling flakes of ash.
Oh no, it was a linking book. We're falling into mist. Say nothing.
Something stirs in the darkness. An old woman steps forward, leering down at you from on high. Her smile is toothy and cruel. Her cheeks warp around it like melted candle wax.
I'm so glad that my messenger tracked you down. These days it's impossible to find good help.
Say nothing.
Before you draw your weapon, know that these proceedings are under a banner of peace. If this was a trap, it would have already closed around you.
I mean, I have seen you. You showed up in at least one of the god conferences.
While Bareth whispers in one ear and Aethys shouts in the other, I thought you could use a more seasoned perspective to drown out the noise.
So you dragged me into a blistering inferno?
This is but a small corner of the beyond. One that I use for privacy and contemplation, when I need to get away from the endless chatter. Don't you find it unusual how open and accessible my siblings have made themselves? After millennia of subdued whispers, now they practically scream their intentions. And isn't it strange how we never bicker unless a mortal is watching?
I assumed you bicker. We just don't see it because we're not there to observe. If a god bickers and no one's there to watch it, is it bickering? Does it make a sound? Say nothing.
If we still possessed our glorious titans, my siblings and I would have put an end to Aethys and his rampage by now.
Your titans.
Margaret and Andra tried their best at Ashen Maw, but I'm afraid we won't see an opportunity of that sort again. While we are powerless to stop him, some of my kin wish to observe how mortals respond to this threat.
Thank you.
They think it will shine a light on the of our patronage. Have we raised you well enough to be self-sufficient? Or must we return to Eora and impose some corrective measures?
Say nothing.
A cross-section of society has converged on the Deadfire. Some of my kin are of an opinion that we are meant to judge mortals on the basis of their performance, while the rest of us have already made up our minds on the matter.
So why do I get the feeling you're trying to convince me of something?
Clever child. It's important for my own reasons that I earn your trust. For now, at least. When we ascended to godhood, we did so to provide for a savage people. Our goal was to craft a society whose values were made to last. Perhaps even a society that had no need of us. A naive fallacy, but one that inspired my optimistic, misguided kin. How you and your allies counter this threat will demonstrate whether you are competent enough to guide your own destinies, or if we need to revise our strategy. The soft-hearted among us are counting on you to win this existential wager. No doubt, Aethys shares their sympathies. I do not. We exist to rule over mortals. Nothing can change that.
I mean, you're literally the goddess of rulership, so...
So now you know the truth. I assume you have questions.
Why did you choose to confide in me? Well, because she wants to manipulate me. We know that. I want to know more about Ukaizo.
At its brightest hour, Ukaizo was the seat of an empire that dominated the continent. The Huana kings and queens might have expanded their control even further. But we put a stop to that. The Apotheosis Project needed two resources of uncompromising importance: luminous Adra and a multitude of souls. Ukaizo had both.
So your rise to godhood actually set back society's development. I mean, we knew that.
Within the Deadfire, yes. It was a calculated decision. The Huana Empire didn't conform to our idea of societal perfection, and neither did its trajectory. They came close, but some unfavorable habits were woven in the fabric of their culture. If the Huana wanted to prove us wrong, they were welcome to rise from the ashes of their past and embrace a future of our design.
What's on Ukaizo now?
The city stands as a memorial to a different age. Its vacant buildings and flooded streets are a crown supporting but one jewel: the mechanism of reincarnation.
So is it flood? Is it underwater or not?
Ukaizo is a city, a gravestone, a memory, and a machine.
People act as if Ukaizo is the key to controlling Deadfire.
Ukaizo is the Deadfire's true north. Even the Huana, who have long since forgotten Ukaizo's bearing, unconsciously turn to face it in prayer. The last emperor was fond of boasting that an army had never claimed Ukaizo by force. He was easily blinded by pride. Unfortunately, that didn't protect Ukaizo from deceivers within. We feasted and delighted the old ruler, giving his support long enough to activate our machines. From that moment, and up through the millennia that followed, Ukaizo has been ours. There's no point in mourning the bones of dead Ukaizo. What's done is done.
I want to talk about the wheel and your rise to godhood.
The wheel is our shared responsibility, and each of us serves it in our own fashion. I am the axle upon which the gods balance their power. Aethys keeps the wheel in motion. He was our promise to mortals that time and labor would yield a deserving reward on the next turning of the cycle. Only now do I recognize how terribly we misplaced our trust.
How exactly does the wheel function?
Much of reincarnation's mechanism exists in the idea space of the beyond. You wouldn't find a wall of cogs and levers unless we conjured one to illustrate a point. The wheel has but one material component in all of Aora. Something we built to channel essence through luminous Adra and into the beyond with reliable continuity. You already know where it lies. Ukaizo. Before we intervened, the flow of essence was directionless, unpredictable. We succeeded in widening the gap, diverting it, giving it an efficient path to follow.
Yeah, reincarnation existed before you, so why not just leave it alone?
Before we took control of the wheel, reincarnation was error-prone, lacking
Hey, Cinco.
momentum. Hollowborn were fairly common, and hardly the worst of the soul maladies.
Okay. Well, I mean, the Inguithans got pretty far despite all that.
Control gave us the power to strengthen the souls of intelligent kith over generations. We made you wiser.
So we're breaking the wheel. Aoth's goal, the giant green statue, is to literally break the wheel, yes. Although our job is technically to stop him, but I mean, we're obviously going to have the opportunity probably to not.
Every turning of the cycle demonstrated the righteousness of my belief. Nature begets chaos, and discipline begets perfection.
How did the Inguithans become gods? Other than killing a lot of people.
At the height of our power, we recognized the potential of the soul. We knew that it could be bound, split apart, diverted like a river, and hammered together. Hammering was trivial. Those of us who agreed with the Apotheosis Project, and many who did not, submitted to a violent and horrible erasure of our individuality. After the dust settled, we adopted the forms of beings from Aora's most prevalent myths. There were other faiths and legends, but we labored to strike their names from history.
If Aothis destroys the wheel, mortals will have a hard time trusting gods to fix it.
Kith are too irresponsible to know what's good for them. This is a fertile opportunity to earn their trust and subvert their highest institutions. Not that we ever needed their trust, or their love. Saving them will make the work of ruling them an organizational formality. The wheel can be remade, but it will take us discarding a long tradition of neutrality in favor of direct intervention. And you know what they say about old habits. Speak, Watcher. It isn't every day that I open myself to these communions, so spend your breath wisely.
The gods think my actions can prove their point about mortal society.
Prove it or disprove it, yes. I never agreed to this arrangement, but if your example demonstrates mortal ineptitude, as I trust it will, then I can make the plan serve.
I trust you'll fuck up, you idiot.
An assertive minority of gods believe that your choices will prove the value of their wild optimism. As if mortal collaboration and ingenuity are endorsements of our leadership.
I mean, you collaborated with mortals for a long time, Woodka.
Then there are those of us who know better, who are not so easily convinced. Kith are vulnerable, unless they submit to the destiny we chart for them. Thinking otherwise can only breed dissent and chaos.
Tell me about this enlightened society you once wanted.
It was an ambitious plan, our utopia. Perhaps too ambitious. We ascended to power, responding to a need inadequately satisfied. Assuming these roles gave us the authority to mold Aora over time, to influence you and lay the groundwork for a society yet to come. On the outset of the plan, some believed that mortals would outgrow us, as if that was a favorable outcome. To me, our eternal pantheon was always a critical fixture. Aethys was one of those who supported mortals, while I have always been their most vocal critic.
How would you even have recognized that ideal society?
A valid, self-defeating question, and one which I posed often. We assumed that they, whoever they were, would reveal themselves to us. Rational government would rule in our stead, leaving churches vacant. Thanks to Aethys, we're pulling the dough from the oven before it's had a chance to fully rise. You unfortunate bastards never had the chance to prove me wrong.
I mean, except you were sabotaging any society that got far enough through the Leaden Key and Theos. Like, you were destroying anyone that advanced far enough technologically, which seems like it'd probably be a prerequisite to be widespread enough to draw your judgment. Why do the other gods tolerate your opposition?
Opposition can take many forms. If a church embraces and weaponizes my doctrine, that is very different from me rampaging as a titan. Aethys is not known for subtlety. Twice now, he has contaminated the purity of our experiment, and done so with extravagant displays that undermine our authority.
Yeah, you call what Theos did subtle?
His approach was sophisticated, indirect. I owe you no explanations on the matter. Besides, you are not worthy to speak his name.
I mean, I killed him.
I am the counterpoint to the soft-hearted.
And destroyed his fucking soul.
Mortals pass some arbitrary test. My mind is settled on the matter. Regardless of my feelings, the timing of this crisis forces us to accelerate our schedule. Final judgment comes sooner than any of us would prefer.
I do like that you can also point out the whole Andra dropping a moon thing, which is so amazing. I love that still. Andra threw a moon at it. Doesn't this social engineering plan seem counterintuitive?
You mean gods crafting a godless world? Not truly. My siblings desire to influence mortals and steer them in a proper direction, even if that direction led to places we could not follow.
I mean, that's just like parents raising children to take care of themselves.
I have no intention of being left behind. Society would unravel without its queen to impose strict order.
What happens if someone proves you wrong?
If our pantheon found that mortals had cultivated a perfect, lawful system to maturity, I would not voice a word in protest. I would merely stand aside and await the inevitable collapse. Mortals need us. I know this as well as I know myself. Even a lawful and responsible society would be poised to collapse as long as its architects and strongest adherents were mortal. Any satisfaction that my siblings derived from their little experiment would be short-lived, and it would fall to me to clean up after their mess.
So you're right, even when you're wrong.
Make no mistake, Watcher. In this, I cannot be proven wrong. You have learned much already. Only ask if you are ready for the truth.
Has your opinion of mortals changed at all?
Nothing you've done has tarnished it utterly beyond repair. You may congratulate yourself on that much, at least.
Why did you choose to confide in me? To manipulate me?
Knowingly or unintentionally, you seem to find yourself on the vanguard of change. Mortals like you come but once in a lifetime. Some would react poorly if I stripped mortals of their freedom without giving them a chance to plead their case. You have the honor of standing tall as their advocate. Before I return to Aora and assume my position as your deserving tyrant, you have this opportunity to prove me wrong. To demonstrate whether or not mortals are responsible enough to claim their future.
You speak as if we don't have a chance.
You speak as if you do. Mortals have precious little time to decide for themselves. Will they stand together as one, or swallow their pride and bend the knee? I have every confidence that you will disappoint us. Once my position is upheld, the undecided among the gods will embrace my plan.
Well, we'll speak again sometime, Boudica.
Yes, I think we will. This is not the end of our discussion. You know how to find your way back to this place.
Wodica nods stiffly. You feel her presence drift as a breeze, rustling as it goes.
I don't know if that really, like... Oh, what is this now? I don't know if that really, like, added that much more context. It's interesting, but... I know what you're thinking. I have too many lovable cats, dogs, pigs, birds, and pigs. Like you, I once thought I could take stray pets, care for their needs, and shower each with equal affection. I can, but we limited beings have only so much love to spread around. Unpleasant, unfair, unfortunate. So I took it upon myself to optimize affection and curtail my creature. No, I bring you the critter cleaver. The cleaver is a handy ethics-free apparatus yanking ranked from a genuine egg with a dig site and restored to glorious functionality. Simply slide your feeling down one end and let the cleaver do its charm. The cleaver remembers. Stick a white bird in there, it remembers. Purple pig, it remembers. It even remembers your pet's strengths, weaknesses, and favorite places to poop. Your favorite friend isn't just going to slide out of the cleaver's business and say what it was. No, they come out different. Better, sometimes. That's where it gets fun. Combinations. Want a bird to think like a pig? Want a cat to think like a different, better cat? No, I don't! You'd be doing him a favor every proportion you gave the critically whirl. Once folks see you using it, everyone will want to turn. I've moved it to the far wall of the dark cupboard, which is at Periki's overlook in Nekataka. You can find the cleaver just due west of the wooden fella, a friend and fellow animal lover. I fixed the insert receptacle so it no longer accepts Orleans and gave it a good scrubbing. You are welcome. All of this is bad. We don't want any of that. You received a message from Palagina. She's on the boat. What? Wait, where'd she go? Oh no. What? What? What hostile action? I mean, I turned him down. Fuck! Shit. Oh. I didn't even get like a goodbye scene. I mean, I have permanently turned them down, but I figured as long as, I don't know, I figured we could have, I don't know, like we could do something, like we could work it out. What if I just don't side with anyone? Oh man, this game's gonna just keep punching me in the gut with this shit. Because all the people I like are not with the faction I'm gonna side with. The one guy that I really hate is the guy of that faction. Okay. Maya, I need to go talk to the one guy. The new guy. I'm gonna talk to him since we got him. I feel like Palagina should have had a conversation in that scene where I said no, but not sure because that scene is really weird. God, there's so many people here. Who's that? I like that Adair and Aloth hang out with Big Mouth in the zoo. This guy. Oops.
Here you are.
He grins broadly. Hey, you can talk.
Ask, please.
He gives you a slight nod and smiles. You learned Adairan quickly.
Should it be a challenge?
He looks at you quizzically, head tilted to the side. Genuine amusement wrinkles his brow.
Lipasalis, my home. It is a big city, ta?
He spreads his arms wide and grins.
Many people speak many languages. That is Nujin. Normal.
A sly smile pulls its corner of his mouth. Whether he's being entirely serious isn't immediately clear. How are you holding up?
My feet hurt.
How did your ship sink? His eyes flit away from yours and hesitates for a moment, unsure if this is a topic he wants to discuss. Then he takes a deep breath, purses his lips, and meets your eyes again, this time with intent.
There was a storm. Clouds black like night and high as the stars. We thought God would protect us.
Which god? His hands, usually restless and expressive, hang still at his sides. Where were you headed?
West.
He gestures vaguely toward the horizon, frowning.
No one has ever been west because of the storms, huh? But we were determined.
What were you planning to do out here?
We came to teach.
He grins, his tense shoulders fall, relieved to no longer be discussing the shipwreck. Teach what exactly?
Teach about God.
He bounces back on his heels. So you're a missionary like Chody.
I do not know what missionary is, but okay.
His eyes take on a distant look, and he cracks his knuckles absently. Finally, he shrugs.
I did not say I am a good teacher. You learn Seki. Maybe we talk more about God.
He laughs. You don't seem like a teacher.
Do I not? I jest. You are right. I am not a teacher. There was a sehaj, and then I was put on the ship. We can discuss later.
You were going to teach at a place you've never been to people who don't speak your language?
I am a fast learner. Do you think my Adiran is very bad? It cannot be as bad as Seraphin's. He opens his mouth and nonsense comes out.
What did you do back home?
I did nothing. That is how I was put on that ship. Maybe a building went on fire. Maybe many buildings. But that is the past. The future is more interesting, huh?
What? What? He rubs at the back of his neck, an embarrassed flush coloring his ears. Excuse me?
Teach about... No. Only God, huh? How to explain?
Sorry, I hit the thing about there's gods, not, plural. His eyes take on a distant look, and he cracks his knuckles absently. Finally, he shrugs.
I did not say I am
Oh, okay. He's not going to tell us about God. Tell me about your home. Where are you from?
The edge of your map.
Tries to stifle a playful grin and fails.
A joke from Maya. Home. Home is Yezua. Beyond the storm. Somewhere.
Will you go back to Yezua?
Is that possible? I will go now. Someday, Chisunskiku. But there is still much to see here, I think. Are you far from your home, Watcher?
I'm not from the Deadfire. I am, and I miss it. Yeah, I think that's true.
We are homesick together, then.
Seems as if a heavy weight settles on his shoulders, but he gives you a thin, pained smile and shrugs his longing off. He's longing off with a practiced ease. What do you miss about your home?
A funny question. How to explain?
He scrunches up his nose, bunching his freckles.
I miss the wind. Hot and dry, it comes from the mountains. Shakes the doors, covers Lipasalis in dust. And the desert, it is beyond the mountains. Red and wide. I still smell it sometimes.
He quiets a moment, blinking rapidly. When he looks at you next, he's smiling the usual carefree smile.
As you say.
How do you like the Deadfire?
I do not. But it is better with you.
Scar crosses his mouth, pulls his lips into a little quirk of a smile. What do you think about our traveling companions?
Who?
A lot.
Always he has a sour lemon face. Like an old man.
Adair?
Adair told me God stepped on your house? Your luck is maybe worse than mine.
Sly grin spreads across his face.
Her bird is mean. You see where he bit me? I like him.
Shows you a shallow triangle-shaped cut on his forearm and beams. Palgina?
She reminds me of my old teacher. Do you think she would spar with me?
Puts a freckled knuckle on his lips, considering.
But maybe I have enough scars.
Seraphin?
Where did he learn Adiran? Not here, huh?
Takehu?
Takehu showed me rice wine. Ugh, it is terrible.
Screws up his face in an expression of intense disgust.
You are out of rice wine, by the way.
Chody?
She poked me with her weapon once. She apologized for a week. I poked her with mine, and now we are even.
You know, Chody's been looking for someone to poke her. Wink, wink. The others.
Who?
Constantine. Oh, these are the sidekicks. This guy's got a lot of dialogue.
He puts fire kelp in my soup when he thinks I am not looking. But there are peppers much spicier in Yezua. I will get him back.
Cena.
I offered her a candied nut and she took them all.
Oh, she likes candied nuts too.
She is like my sister.
Oh, you got a sister. Oh, that's nice. Edwin.
Creepy.
A little shiver thrills up his spine and he blanches.
Fine,
Yeah.
yes.
As you turn away, you feel a slight tug on your sleeve. When you look back, you find Reke watching you with one eyebrow raised and the start of a mischievous grin on his lips.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
We talk about the others. What do you think of me?
Though he smiles in his usual playful way, a dark flush of concern climbs his throat. I mean, I literally just talked to you for the first time. I have really no opinion of you. You're fun. Sure.
You could. Take me home and I will show you fun.
He winks. Oh, not that kind of.
What? No more?
Pokes you playfully in the arm. Alright. How's Edwin doing? Does she have anything?
Greetings again. Do you require my expertise?
I thought we had actually done all her dialogue.
I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Christina folds her arms and glowers. Oh, we can talk about Arkemir?
I have not properly thanked you for taking me away from that place.
The Dark Cupboard?
That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive.
She winces. I thought we tried to talk to her before and she didn't want to talk to us.
Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer.
I mean, you are a high-level wizard now.
In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Agrasima.
What did you want to learn that only Arkemir could teach?
Ah, what a question.
She clucks her tongue on the roof of her mouth and nods.
Arkemir is elusive. That flamboyant house of his? It is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath. I had a sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined. Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth.
Are you interested in any particular areas of study?
It is a funny thing. I was so quick to chase my ambitions, as if an apprenticeship would outline the course of my life. In the end, I was building a castle in the sand. The taller it rose, the harder the waves swept in to batter it down. Now I have no plan, and the uncertainty is a refreshing change.
Any thoughts on our travels so far?
Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come.
She smiles a little. I'm curious about you.
I came to the archipelago as a groveling apprentice. One day, I hope I will leave it with a speck more dignity than that.
Well, as I said, you're a high-level wizard now, so you can probably make money doing whatever you want.
What more could you desire to know, Casita?
Ever aspire to be an archmage yourself?
Not if it means I must submit to a bickering council of madmen plotting against each other. If I ever scribed a spell, it would be the best-kept secret in Eora. Only I would enjoy the satisfaction of knowing it.
Lucina thumbs her chin and considers.
Fascina's mirthless laugh. Fascina's prickling pox. No, I have it. Fascina's withering glare. Ah, I like the sound of that. Ask away, Casita.
We don't need to talk about any of that stuff. Can we actually? I don't think this guy had dialogue, did he? No, he doesn't. Let's get a move on. Hey, Chody. You don't have any dialogue still. Wow, I can't even talk to you now. Alright, steward. Okay, let's go here. Man, bummed. Lost Palagina. Why can't I give up Takeo? I mean, I could if I was willing to side with someone bad, but I'm not. So let's take. I think we'll. Let me take a Loth out. We don't need a Loth. Take Seraphim. We need to put Seraphim in so that we can. Well, what's the other ship? We need to go to Dunnage to meet with pirates.
You find yourself in cold, suffocating
Excuse me? Oh shit, did I? No.
A lantern. It sputters to life, and the world shifts into focus. A staircase spirals endlessly below you. With nowhere else to go, you start down.
I was like, did I miss a storm on the map again and fly into it? But no, this is not a storm.
A wave of blistering heat.
Hi.
Then a sea salt wind. Divine voices boom and screech. Their words shake the platform beneath you, shake the very air around you. The gods are fighting.
Look at all those gods. So these are the female / non-gendered gods? That's interesting. Andra, Wotica, Weil, or Whale, Barath, Magrin, Hylia.
Lay your blame elsewhere, Wotica. I won't suffer your arguments any longer.
Magrin looms large before you, an accusing finger leveled at the melted visage of Wotica.
Hi, Dio.
Wotica screws her mouth into a sneer.
You fool! If only we had attacked him when I first proposed it.
Accusations drip bitter as bile from her tongue.
I like they added pat the cover of Wotica's burned book and signal you'll talk later. Say nothing.
Wow smiles.
Enmity and animus, Watcher. Two old songs we sing in well-practiced harmony. Unable to reach accords, we compete to see who shouts best Shakeora.
The pallid knight looks down at you, a frown etched deep in her otherwise statue-still features.
I am afraid we are not at our best.
The Watchers return. Perhaps we should hear what she has to say.
I don't know how I returned.
Birds chatter anxiously among themselves. Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
Say nothing.
Is there nothing we can do?
Magrin glances at the pallid knight from the corner of her eye. After a thoughtful pause, she speaks.
The time has come for us to seize the power we have long left untouched and absorb our scattered children.
Oh, don't do that.
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
Say nothing.
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not stand aside, not even for Bareth's herald.
Hylia, who had been lost in quiet, anxious conversation with her birds, breaks in.
It yet lives.
Of course. Our progenitors crafted it.
A pair of Hylia's finches come to join Wal's floating eye. They hover just out of Magrin's reach and swoop in to poke her when she's not looking.
This narrative is very dramatic for this, like, little thing. So, what have we not seen? It's got to be one of those creatures from the experiments thing. I can't remember what that was called. Was that Matario Cozy? Might have been.
And the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if she wishes to confront Aethys.
The birds at last linger too long, and Magrin slaps them away. They burst into a cloud of essence, then reform and fly in a screeching chorus back to Hylia.
I mean, I probably do need to know what this is, but I'll say nothing still.
But you like a challenge, don't you? You met my challenge at the Searing Falls without hesitation, after all. And when Firga faltered, you restored her faith in me.
I don't know who that is.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
These are all good questions. Won't Aethys take care of it?
It is not one of Galawain's mindless beasts. It has a heart and a mind, and it will throw neither away to oppose Aethys. And Aethys will not fight the creature. It would prove little more than a distraction for him, especially as my tsunami and Mogren's volcano couldn't stop him.
Why can't you just get rid of it?
It is its own creature, Watcher. It does not listen to us.
I wasn't suggesting you talk to it.
There is another topic we have yet to address.
The Pallid Knight holds up one gauntleted hand, and the other gods fall silent.
Tell me, Watcher, where do you stand? What do you think of Aethys' scheme to destroy the wheel?
Okay, that's a good question. I still don't understand what all this means. What will happen when Aethys destroys the wheel?
The Pallid Knight spreads wide her hands.
Think of the beyond as a reservoir, the in-between as storm clouds, and souls as rain. When a living thing dies, its soul enters the in-between. And when the in-between grows full, it releases souls into the beyond, where they wait to be redistributed to new bodies, new lives. The wheel is the process by which souls are moved from the in-between to the beyond, from the rain cloud to the reservoir, and from the reservoir into the living world. Without the wheel to mediate the transfer and redistribution of souls, the souls of all who die remain in the in-between. And without souls to fill it, the beyond gradually empties, trapping all of the remaining souls in existence in the in-between.
That's not true. You are lying to us. Wodick already told us that's not what happened, and also it wouldn't make sense if that's what was happening. Because the Ingwithans wouldn't have been around to build the machine in the first place then.
When the beyond is empty and the last creature on Eora dies, that is the end of everything. It is Rimergon's future. The one he wants for us.
Okay, sure.
You begin to see our dilemma, I hope.
Tell us, Watcher, where do you stand?
I don't know where I stand. I mean, I do know where I stand, but kind of. Ideally, keep the wheel, because I believe what Wodick said, that like there were problems beforehand, that this smoothed out problems. But also, you know, get rid of the gods somehow. That would be the ideal situation. But it seems like that's probably not possible.
Let us hope the rest of Kith are not so passive and mindless as you. Aethys does not have your best interests at heart, and you will need your every wit to survive his scheme.
Aethys loves the mortals more than any of us. He has always been their greatest champion.
I mean, you're the one who killed him last time, Magrin.
He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching him try.
What if Aethys is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
So I guess what he wants us to blow up the wheel. Somehow that... I'm not clear on how that affects the gods. I guess I should have asked that. I think there was an option to ask that.
And what if they fail? Then they die. And so do we. We have to help them.
Helia's voice rises, near to panic. Wodica drives her fist into her hand.
Help them? We should finally bring them to heel.
The Pallid Knight raises a hand and stares at Wotica until she falls silent.
Watcher, Aothis yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aothis may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo.
Well, I'll try.
The future of Kith and the gods rests on your shoulders, Watcher, so I hope that you do.
The Pallid Knight's stern countenance softens.
Time moves swiftly away from us now.
The Pallid Knight spreads her hands before her.
Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches on your mind.
Okay, I do want to know what they're going to say this. What happens if I fail to convince Aothis?
You will not fail.
The Pallid Knight conjures a blinding white
Thanks,
light
Barath.
that swiftly grows to engulf the room. Then, the crack of thunder rends the air, and you feel the floor drop out beneath you. You come to flat on your back, staring at an all-too-familiar ceiling. Alone, once again.
Why am I alone? Why isn't Maya here? Yeah.
Your orders, Captain?
Nothing. That's quite the group photo. Yeah. That was only like half the gods. We didn't see the other half. I don't know. They only, you know, for some reason these scenes always only like take a couple of the gods, and then we don't see the rest of them, even though they're presumably all have opinions. Okay, we need to go here. No. Yes. So we lost Pallegina too early. That sucks. Definitely not. If we have to lose Maya, we are not losing her before we go do the final stuff.
I've been loyal to you a long time, Ferrante, but I cannot abide this.
Is Aldous here?
Diverus, is it settled now? I do not like having my hand forced by some rogue god.
Indeed, the vote has been cast. There can be no dispute.
Oh.
The trader Aldis will have.
Your vote of confidence is appreciated, my Consuelo. Rest assured, you have made the right decision.
The Black Pox seas we have? What a fucking farce! Mark my words, councilman. Your souls will be damned for this scheme.
Captain rubs the handle of her gun, but wisely doesn't draw it.
Do not forget your promise, Ferrante. With Eldis out of the way, you will sail us to Ukaizo, well before the Huana, the Valen Trading Company, or any others can plunder it.
The god will lead us there, and the floating hangman will navigate the storms.
Fronte nods to the two council members before noticing you.
Watcher, your timing is impeccable as always.
The highest-ranking member of the Council of Captains tugs the frilled ends of his sleeves before offering you a charming smile. We're gonna have to go save Aldous. Probably kill him.
We have just concluded a vote of phenomenal importance.
Blast this! You can outvote me, but you can't make me stay and watch.
Man, Marina spits at the foot of her chair before storming away.
One of our Consuelo members, Captain Aldis, has been charged and found guilty of those crimes, punishable by death.
He clears his throat beneath your scrutiny. And those crimes would be...
Defiance. On several past occasions, Aldis has willfully dismissed the mandates of the Consuelo.
He ticks the crown on his finger. She's rebellious. What pirate isn't?
Oh, there is more.
Ferrante raises a second finger, adding to the list of crimes.
Negligence. Too often, Aldis has outright neglected her responsibilities to the Consuelo. When a meeting is called, the presence of all members is required.
So she didn't come running when you called. He grinned sharkishly, a third finger held in the air.
Excessive cruelty. Aldis and her new bloods often commit extreme violence in pursuit of financial gain. This drives our foes to take harsher measures against us. Sedition, which you witnessed firsthand when Aldis negotiated with our enemies without the consent of the Consuelo. She has single-handedly endeavored to spark a civil war within the Principe on multiple occasions.
I don't know what you're talking about. His eyes narrow, but rather than argue, he continues on.
And, worst of all,
he waggles his thumb.
Betrayal. Aldis sacrificed an entire crew of Principe in an ill-fated attempt to lure out the floating hangman so that she might captain it.
Isn't that your plan?
This Consuelo session is now concluded. Watcher, might I have a word with you in confidence? What happened at Margran's teeth changes everything. We must acquire the floating hangman if we've any hope to reach Ukaizo before Eothas destroys everything. Which brings me to my current problem. Somehow, Aldis has uncovered a means to summon the floating hangman, but she is hunkered within her stronghold of Fort Deadlight. Myself and the others of the Consuelo must lay siege to get to her. However, you have a means of entry to the fortress.
His eyes narrow, ruthless, calculating.
I need what she knows before I can hang her. Obtain it for me.
Holy shit.
You her seat on the Consuelo.
I already have a seat on here, and you haven't even let me use it, so fuck off. I mean, this is entirely true, but I feel like I shouldn't go for that yet. I'll talk to her.
Sail to Fort Deadlight and seize the answers which Aldis has secreted for her own gain.
Yeah, we gotta level these guys up. Level you up first. You should be fairly... What are you wearing? Holy shit. Wow, that is, that's some armor there, Adair. No. 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 Wow. None of these are particularly good. Alright. Just get resistance to everything. There we go. Build defense. I guess. Well, that's kind of neat. Don't care. That's what happens when I don't use people for a while. Oh shit, I wonder if Pallegino is better for those big boss fights. That might suck. Those environmental bosses that we gotta go do at some point. We definitely need Maya for those. We cannot do those without Maya. There's no way. Okay, Inspired Strike. Take the hit. Oh, good. Chopping wood. Okay. On that. Level 20, last level. Bonus penetration and lowers armor ratings. Maybe? I think yes. Um, hmm. Okay, Seraphim. Sure. I guess I don't know that I need to do this, but yeah, they nerfed defensive mind web so much. Sad. Let's still get it. And then what's the percentage? 15% of hits. I don't know that you make that many hits with will. You're not attacking will. I mean, it's only with spells, so 15% of spell hits. Like, how many is that even? It is a lot of raw damage if it actually hits, so it just seems like it mostly won't hit. Targeting will gain bonus accuracy. It's 10 actually. Probably want that, to be honest, more so than 18. This is gonna get us the last level. Whoops. Get that. So last level spells. Echo and allies attacks each other's soul's memories, granting them significant penetration. Wow, that is a big penetration bonus. Terrified and hobbled. Is it just one enemy? Wow, that doesn't seem good at all. Death of 1,000 cuts. 19 raw damage per 3 seconds for 30 seconds. It's a lot of raw damage. Ooh. Shred spells used upon this target will cause another fracture. Shred spells. What are shred? I guess that's the keyword, but like, what else? Okay, that's a shred spell. I guess some of these spells are shred. That's a shred spell. Okay. I mean, that seems reasonable to use. This is maybe... We do want prestige. If we're going to get someone up there, we're going to want that. Struck by critical attack. No. Area effects increase in size, the more focus. That's kind of neat, but there's... Ciphers just aren't that good in this game compared to the first game, I feel like. We only get 2 more abilities, so... We want this, we want prestige, and that's, do we want this? Plus 8 penetration? Seems pretty good. We want... yeah. I mean, the other thing would be, I guess, the AoE is nice, but it's just not really the biggest issue. So, I think we get that. I wonder if Seraphim might be good for those bosses, because he has infinite resources. Compared to most of the bosses. Or most of the characters. Doesn't have limited spell slots. So, that might be... He can use all of his spells to his heart's content. Might be a decent idea to try. I don't know who we would pull out, though. I wish I could pull out me. I'm a good all-around character, but I'm not specialized. Because we need a tank. We need somebody to hold the front. We need Maya for DPS. We need Chody for buffs, I think. So I guess we can pull out a Loth? That might work. A Loth's not doing too much in those fights. Hi, Dio. Is Rosa still out there on the couch? Yeah, she is. Hi, Rosa. Oh no, I said hi. Now she might be coming. Oh, she's stretching. You can stay on the couch. Oh. Hey, Aldous. The Ferrante wants to kill you. I mean, you probably know that, but just letting you know, I'm on your side. Also, my girlfriend's gonna break up with me in a little bit, so... Do you wanna... I always bring you nuts. Where is she? She was at command. I understand why RPGs that do romances... I mean, this game really barely has romance. It hasn't, had anything happen. I understand why they do it with party members, but I wonder a lot if it isn't better to just have it with... Or at least have options that aren't party members. Mass Effect 3 at least had, all the people on the ship, which I think was a lot better.
Captain. Beholding you never ceases to be a wonder. I only wish we met under more pleasurable circumstances.
She rubs her thumb under her bottom lip, blue and black eyes hooded with desire, for bloodshed, for other things.
You wanted to speak with me? Well, consider me a captive audience.
I came to tip you off. Ferrante's convinced the council to have you hanged.
How fucking dare he!
Furiously, she flips the swollen net about her neck.
Though I should hardly be surprised after all you've told me. There's only one way to take the floating hangman. And that's through the death of a captain. Him or me.
You know something about the floating hangman you're not telling me.
I haven't the faintest idea as to what you could mean, Loveson. You're not buying it, eh? Guess it was only a matter of time. I knew the spies I strung up by their guts couldn't have been the only ones. They were just the poor squabs who got caught.
What are you planning?
Life or death, that's what. future of the Principe is at stake. Ferrante covets the floating hangman in order to enforce his control of the Principe, not to protect us from our outside enemies, nor to beat your rampaging god to Ukaizo. But I'm 2 leagues ahead of Ferrante. I know how to summon and command the floating hangman. Of course, I destroyed the information as soon as I uncovered Ferrante's spies. You'll never learn it without me.
I thought we had an understanding.
You're right. I do want to trust you.
She looks you up and down appraisingly, considering.
But if we're to help each other, there is one thing I want from you in return for the floating hangman. That cockrot Ferrante needs to go. Hang him, gut him, I don't care. But get rid of him. Alright?
Is there a non-violent option?
I don't see how. Unless Ferrante could be shown to be a traitor to the Principe.
Well, he was supporting slavers. Eldis runs her tongue over her teeth, thoughtful.
I'll sail to Dunwich and take command of the Principe as soon as Ferrante is gone.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, he support, like, we know that he was supporting slavers against the laws of the Principe, so Eldis knows that too. I guess she just doesn't feel like she has, well, I understand she doesn't feel like she can sail up and try to offer evidence, because Ferrante will probably have her killed before she gets anywhere close, but, or it'll just break out into combat. Aw, kitties. Man, losing Pelagina sucks. I really wish I hadn't lost Pelagina. I wish that dialogue had worked differently. It was really weird that I couldn't just say, I've got to think about it like the other ones. I mean, at least I do have Adair as kind of, he fits the same slot. But Pelagina had some nice, like, Pelagina buffed the party, she had her heals, like, she did other stuff in addition to being the tank. So the thing is, a bunch of the people that were wanting to overrule Ferrante already left, so I'm not sure how easy this is going to be.
Leave it to the new bloods to betray each other.
I guess we just have to talk to Ferrante.
Did you meet with Aldis at Deadlight? And, more importantly, is she still breathing? You know what I'm hoping for.
I've reconsidered my allegiance.
To me?
He smiles widely, amused.
And you came to tell me, to my face, that you will now be backing my political foes. I cannot decide if that makes you brave or unbelievably foolish, my disloyal Casita.
Huh. I thought there would be some way to try and expose him. I wasn't... Alright, let's not do that. Let's not start the fight with everyone right there. Let's see here. Is there anyone? I'm confused as to, like... I feel like there should be a way. Oh, fast mode wasn't on for some reason. Should be some way. Oh. I think we maybe couldn't get in here last time. Oh. 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 The rolled up letter bound tightly with several women and covered with more seals and stamps as seems necessary, where yet the words are written in a dense, looking hand, making them hard to decipher. Mistra Ferrante. Have no interest in the details of your agreement with Mr. Kua. If indeed that is the creature's name, nor will I insult either of us by feigning interest in your accounts. Do with the cargo as you please. You demonstrated a head for business, but I must caution you even now against wastefulness. You are beyond my aid. We are not in a position where we mistrust one another. Trust that you understand that our bargain will endure so long as it is a benefit to the company which I represent. Just as I trust that you understand the moment it ceases to be the case, it will not trouble either of us in seeking your excuses and apologies. I will forget your name, Mistra, and the company privateers will show you and your crew no more mercy than any other disreputable outlaw. With that understanding between us, let us proceed now as friends. I have enclosed a writ for your safe passage. Should you require it, express renewed hope that you may one day seek to rejoin us in a more civilized setting. Oh shit. Can I use this? I feel like I should be able to expose him here.
You know what I'm hoping
Ah,
for.
here we go. You're colluding with the Valiant Trading Company.
Indeed, I do have connections all over, including with the Valiant Trading Company. Why ever should that be a problem?
He arches a brow at you. It wouldn't be a problem if you weren't helping them sell slaves. The various crews surrounding the council murmur to themselves. This is a grave offense for which you have accused Ferrante.
Lies! You have no proof, yet you seek to discredit me.
Captain thunders and fumes. He reaches for the pistol belt to his chest, but he does not draw it. It seems he would have loved no less than to blow your face off. He is hesitant to do so in front of the council. Ferrante aided the slavers at Crookspur to earn a favor from Director Castell.
Do you really think the Consuelo will entertain the lies of an outsider trying to strike discord within my fleet?
Captain scoffs.
I think the Consueglo will consider the evidence presented. Even seat holders are not above the rules of the Consueglo, Ferrante. You know this well.
Captain in a lopsided hat, embellished with a plume of golden feathers, plants her hands on her hips. The swollen net that glints around her neck is obscenely large, likely 2 coins that have been melted together. Show them Castell's letter. Here's your proof. Chiara strides over and snatches up the letter, crinkling the paper in her haste to peruse the evidence.
Is this true, Ferrante?
Diverus? Of course it is untrue.
Ferrante rages, expression thunderous.
I am sad to say, it does not appear to be a forgery.
She examines the letter through a miniature spyglass. She tuts, shaking her head sadly.
Your petty rivalries threaten us all. It is clear your accusations against Captain Aldi's are not only unfounded, but falsely crafted. Treachery will not be tolerated.
How dare you, you feckless traitors! Who will lead you imbeciles in my stead, eh? You'll all be dead, hunted to nothing by mere merchants before all is done.
Captain howls furiously, futilely grabbing for his pistols before being surrounded and disarmed by the chamber's guards. Well. I don't know why the game is paused, or... Okay, there we go. Woo! Oh, they're gonna make him walk the plank! For the most powerful pirate in the Deadfire, Ferrante now stumbles forward. Once the most powerful pirate in the Deadfire. Shoved by a guard with a blood-tipped spear. The captain's shoulders are slumped, a rough noose cinched around his neck as he reluctantly walks along the plank, overhanging the roof's edge. In the streets of Dunwich, far below, a crowd is gathered to witness the execution. A cacophony of jeers and cheers rises as Ferrante emerges into view. Ferrante trembles when the plank wobbles beneath his boots, nearly tripping off the side midway. He stops before reaching the end and tosses a last look at the Consuelo of members over his shoulder. The captain stands straight backed, unbending in their decision. Then he meets your gaze, words fumbling out on his lips, but before he can get a proper plea out, the guard stomps hard on the plank, and Ferrante is jarred over the edge. The captain plummets, a holler tearing from his lungs. Then the rope runs out of slack, and the sounds cut silent. Oof. Well. No one has anything to say here. Oh, fast mode got removed again. That's weird.
Afraid not.
Alright, let's go talk to our gal. I hope Seraphin doesn't mind that we're not going to side with the pirates. I kind of feel like he's fine with that. Oh, there's a fight there. I didn't realize there's a fight there. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, okay, well that was helpful. Guy just flopping over there. Guess what, Eldis?
I
Captain rubs at her lips as you approach.
would have liked to see Ferrante hanging, myself. I can imagine it well enough, though. For your loyalty, I'd like you to have Scoradeo's edge. It's been a good sword to me. I know you'll put it to good use. Hopefully by killing more of my enemies. I'll be taking command of the Principe now. I'm calling a meeting of the council at Dunwich.
Let's see. Let's do accuracy with ranged weapons after scoring a hit. That's interesting. 5% chance to recover instantly on scoring a hit.
Sail with me to Dunwich, Loveson. I'd like to have you at my side when I bloody the place.
I'll sail to Dunwich with your fleet.
Arriving with the full protection of my fleet is the best call. We're off then.
Yeah. We're gonna go. We're gonna bring our big old ship. We got a big ship to help you attack. I mean, I hope you don't need to attack, but. Well. A dance with death. Speak with Principe's leader. Oh yeah, we gotta go get the floating hangman. That sounds fun. Even if we're not gonna use it. It still sounds fun. I mean, maybe we'll have to make the commitment before we do it, in which case...
Welcome to Balefire Beacon, Captain. Have you a moment? I'd like to fill you in on our next course of action.
I want to negotiate an alliance between the pirates and the Wana. I don't think that would work, but...
important has changed. If a god is going to kill us all, if he's headed to Ukaizo, I say we beat him there. Either it'll save us, or we'll have a hell of a view to Aora's end. What say you?
The Consuelo is united behind Aldis. Our fleets will join in the journey to Ukaizo, with the fabled floating hangman at the helm.
Oh, hello, Two-Eyed Pim. Two-Eyed Pim? Who is this fucker? I imagine you have a logical reason to believe we could actually sail a ghost ship after acquiring it. Let's say go on. Yeah.
Ferrante had planned to use the galleon. It has the ability to manipulate the winds and seas. It could part Ukaizo's storms, allowing us to sail through.
I guessed his aims well enough through his interest in the galleon's history. But it was thanks to your findings in Isaya's tomb that I knew what to look for.
Interesting.
It's Lucia's lost sword that's key. She took an undying oath to protect the Engoliero d'Or spears for the Darkotsi line. If you speak the oath before the sword, the seal on its scabbard will release, drawing Lucia and the galleon to you. Yogure de protegere, mat paladina med Darkotsi, e ure ioste regle, me aurelia Darkotsis ere. Gure cui luretto bon aimo ibafetta, e pore pere cue maudicenas fiace, mi converande. First, recover Lucia's sword from Essea. Then, sail to the seas. Unsheath the sword by chanting the Darkotsi oath. When Lucia comes for it, kill her, and take the Fonferros. In the meantime, I'll set the entire Principe into movement. Expect a formidable fleet at the ready on your return. We'll conquer Ukaizo and sack its riches. You'll see.
Before I go, I have some questions for you.
I'll happily lend you my ear, and my sword, and other things.
She grins evilly. Aww. How do you plan to capture and then captain the floating hangman?
You'll take the sword to the high seas, then unsheath it by chanting the
Well, I know this part.
When Lucia comes for it, you kill her and take the Fonferros. See? Yogure de...
No, I know that part.
Whether the ship could becalm the seas back when it was still the Fonferros, or whether it gained the power in becoming the floating hangman, crewed and captained by the undead, I don't rightly care. I just want to take and to use for my own gains.
Alright, I guess we're just assuming it's a normal ship that we can use. What do you intend for Ukaizo?
We sack Ukaizo. Really run it into the ground. The way I see it, we'll either survive Aora's end to sail off with the riches, or, well, we won't. Regardless, we'll have a hell of a last go.
Yeah, sadly, I can't get behind that.
And pilfer whatever your rogue god's after. Who knows? Maybe us pirates will be heroes.
Well, making off with the wheel would involve breaking it yourselves.
Then I guess we go with my second plan. I do shiver to think how the lost city of gold's going to be ours. At least for a time.
What will be the future of the Principe?
We survive at any cost. We expand, conquer the seas. We live free, and we die as we choose. What better life could there be? If we've only got one life to live, no future for Aora, no more chances for our souls, then we may as well relish what time we've got.
Oh, you weren't at 20. I didn't realize. Oh yeah, we gotta get your prestige. The prestige. I like the idea of going and getting the ship, even if we're not gonna turn it over to them. Alright, so we actually gotta go kill that guy. We avoided killing him before, I think. I'm pretty sure. I wanted to go up there. Was it here? Yeah, I want to go do this fight. I don't know what this fight is, but I'm gonna go do it, and then we'll finish the night. So we're basically at our time. And we'll deal with all the... I mean, we're basically just going to have to, I think, avoid... I don't think there's any way to keep Maya after siding with the Juana, so... It really sucks. But it's, I mean, it's, you know... It's kind of impressive to stick to that. That, like, if you don't side with these characters' factions, at least some of them, you're going, what the fuck? It's another one of these. Alright, well, we're not gonna do this, obviously. But we'll try it for a little bit. Holy shit. Oh, it's not actually a fight yet. That's interesting. So the issue is... Pretty sure... I don't know what, like... I don't know what, I mean, it doesn't actually have that bad of defenses or armor. This seems like a thing you might actually be able to kill. What is it? It is weak to fire, frost, and lightning. Okay. Do you have, like... I'm assuming it has, yeah, very high fortitude. That's kind of what I was assuming. We want... What is it up here? I want Pain Link. Where's Pain Link? Yeah, okay. Well, we'll do that in a... I think we might have to wait for that. So we actually... Oh, she hasn't hit it yet. Okay. Let's just summon the fucking thing. Sure. Oh wait, no, we wanted you to do that. We do want you to do that. Alright, good enough. Let's do Pain Link. Yeah, you don't need that. Oh, yeah, we can get you out of the way. Oh, he's immune to, like, or resistant to most things. This should probably work. He's resistant to perception. Is blinded blinded is tier 2 though, right? Yeah. At least. It might be tier 3. So we just gotta actually hit him. Sure, let's do that. We only have one summon at a time, unfortunately. Is he immune to disease? Crush damage. Yeah, just keep shooting him. Did you miss? Let's see. She hit the debilitating strike. We need her to hit. Oh, she hits, but misses with the additional effect. Oh, it's an additional roll. I didn't realize. Alright, well, that's annoying. Don't really have a lot of good Wow. What are you hitting me for? He's got like a long range. Which I suppose makes sense. Alright, we're gonna have to cast our Moonwell. He does not give a shit about my engagement. Oh my fucking god, you gotta be kidding me. Alright. So we might have to split up. This does look like a fight we could actually do. It's like a fucking tar pit. The Voracious Mountain.
Let's take a look.
Alright, so let's... one, we need to swap these people. Well, actually, let's go back here. Swap them into the proper places. This is the fastest I think I've seen an appreciable change the health bar in one of these big bosses. Yeah. So you're going to be up front. Like here-ish. It doesn't seem like it has very good vision, so that's something. I guess, I mean, we can see if we can stand back like this far, because we do want to try and get close for our... I would also like to try to hit this. I don't know whether... It hits the additional effect. Hey, it's actually blinded this time. Oh shit, that's really good. Let's do that. I don't know what sickened is. Or distracted for that matter. Distracted is perception, sickened is constitution. It's not actually resistant to constitution. It's like the one thing that you can actually hit it with, so maybe we should hit it with that. Very low range though. So maybe don't. Maybe just hang back. Alright, maybe just shoot it until that buff goes off. You go do this. You... I don't know, we can try that, I guess.
Hitting the water.
Did he... Okay, it is hitting him at least, so that's the goal. Alright, everyone got their buff. Only blinded for 4 more seconds. Woo. Okay. I'm guessing it has a ability called Dividing Conquer. I'm guessing when you kill it, it splits. You know, it's fucking ooze. But that's fine, you know. You do use your defensive ability. You need to keep shooting it. You might need to do this. Oh, you do definitely need to do that. It would be disappointing if it didn't split, that's true. You do this, please. Did he get his thing off? Oh, he did. Okay. Alright, that. Yeah, you can keep trying to heal him. Like, give him bonus defenses as well.
Something I can do.
Let's see here. Oh, you should try to do that at some point. When it splits into smaller slimes, they should rename it Huani Owi.
Hey.
Oh, he hit it. Holy shit. Good job. Keep punching it. Mobilize dexterity. It is resistant to dexterity, but you could do that. But let's keep trying to hit it some more. You probably need to heal at this point. Well, actually not yet. I trust your... Alright, now you might need to heal. 83. Oh, you know, we're getting damage. It's just very slow. Did this not, like, do very much? Because it has a decent reflex. Oh, no, that.
Take him down. No good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Wait, what? You just target and what do you have to target here? Spirit or vessel? Oh, okay. That doesn't work. Nope. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. You're not going to really have a lot of useful abilities. Unless we want to give bonus penetration to Maya. That actually is probably a better thing to do it for, but...
That was about as useful as a bump.
Ooh. Do that. Use your last abilities.
Never you mind that, miss.
Oh, he ran out of his defenses ability, which is weird. Really shouldn't happen considering whenever he gets hit, the duration extends.
Can't make a dent. need something.
Oh shit. Oh, I also don't have resurrection. I have this.
Let's go. No good. Take him down.
I really don't know what you're supposed to do with these things. Oh, fuck! What in the hell?
Let's go.
Also, how did I... Oh, that's a Shiza. Get out there, Shiza. What? Who the fuck? Where is Seraphin, and why did he just get... Oh, he's right there. Oh, what? Where the fuck are these things coming from? Alright, well, now we've got this shit happening. I don't understand.
Gotta be more careful. This thing isn't doing the
Yeah, I'm curious how you're supposed to handle these things, because it all just doesn't seem to work for, like... We do not... You have to really, like, know what you're doing, I guess. Like... Again, Shiza, just go, like, over there.
Let's go. Happy to oblige.
Whoops.
Someone's down. No good.
Oh, he's 85.
Let's go. Someone's down. Can't get a clean hit. You won't find me.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Oh, you can have multiple. What, is it trying to go kill Shiza? Like, what's going on here?
Let's go. Take him down.
Be on sync.
Can't get a clean hit.
I hear you.
Oh, the deflection's very low now. Let's run away. We're losing our buff. Oh, the buff's already gone. Heal yourself, buddy. Oh, fucking, where do these things come from? Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, slime versus slime. It is, they're just, like, spawning out of nowhere. I don't understand the mechanics of this fight. Oh, who's down? Oh, I'm down. Oh, great. Yeah, I think we're gonna be giving up here. Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing that happened. At some point, we'll actually figure out how to do these. I'll probably just have to look up guides or something on how to do these fights, because I don't really... It just feels like you have to be very optimized. Alright. So, next time, we'll go do this. Not doing that yet. We're gonna do the DLC. We got a few bounties left to do. Mainly this. I'm guessing this is the last one. But we just need to do it. We didn't do it while we were there, so I gotta go up and do that, which is up here somewhere. Oh, I think it's right there. Yeah, obviously there's stuff over here that I don't know where. I don't know where Andres and Mortar is. I guess maybe it is up in there somewhere, but we gotta explore this part of the map. Go do the DLC, and then we'll actually go back and, you know, advance the story. Because Maya's gonna leave us, I think. I don't think there's a way to avoid that, sadly, and we'll have to go through that whole conversation again. That made me very sad. But I'm not siding with Rauatai, because they're shit. They're bad, so... I mean, I really don't think that there's any good faction to side with other than the Huana. I mean, you could definitely just not side with anyone, and then keep everyone, but that seems... I don't know. That seems like a cop-out. So... And I think it is the best outcome for the region is if the Huana come out on top, rather than leaving it as a... Then you don't get a cool ghost ship. I mean, we're gonna go get the cool ghost ship. We're just not gonna use it with the pirates. I'd assume we could still go get the ghost ship. Didn't say that, like, we had to side with the pirates. We have the quest to go get it right now. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining me for Deadfire. We'll be back next week. More Deadfire. And I'll be back tomorrow with Shadowrun Hong Kong, which I didn't play last week. I feel like I've missed a number of weeks of that more than I wanted to. I don't remember what I was doing last. Oh, I do remember. That's right. Yeah, we got a bunch of missions still to do in Hong Kong from, like, basically the beginning of the game. But we're gonna work through them one by one. But it's been a lot of fun though. It's a good game. This is the rest of the schedule. We did start Pathologic on Friday, and we had no crashes. We had a memory leak that forced me to force close the game, but that wasn't a crash, technically. And they put on another patch I saw recently, like in the past couple of days, for since the stream, for more performance issues. So I'm hoping they're just going to keep, you know, improving. Hopefully they get that stuff. Saturday, I believe right now the plan on Saturday is to start King of Dragon Pass. So that's going to be fun. I will update I think I actually might have put it on the schedule already below, but it's not up on here, obviously. So I'll do that. Yeah. Appreciate everybody hanging out and chatting. It's a lot of fun for me. I hope it is fun for you, and I hope you join me again in the future. Good night.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. I say so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together
In the box.
and now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Goodbye for now, until we meet again.